everybody, it's Brian with Colorado Native, and welcome to episode 2 of Things That You Don't Know That You Should Know. And today I'm joined by Nick Carestia. He's with Allstate, and Nick joins us today to discuss exactly what happens after you file an insurance claim on your property, what happens to your policy, what happens to your premiums perhaps, and he walks us through that process. So very important information. I invite you to stay in and watch, and I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you. Hey everybody, Brian with Colorado Native here. I'm here with my friend Nick Carestia today with Allstate. He's going to help us out with a few questions. So thanks for joining us, Nick. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, looking forward to it and answering some questions that come up quite often. It seems like.
Absolutely. So first question that I'm really curious about is, and I think most of our homeowners are curious about, is what exactly happens when you file an insurance claim? Does your policy go up? Does nothing change? What really walks through the process?
Yeah, that's a great question, Brian. And it really varies depending on the type of damage that you have. Most of the time when you do file a claim, your homeowner's insurance will go up. Other than the fact of somebody else causing damage to your property and them having insurance to actually cover that damage. But if it's a hail claim or a fire or something like that, most of the time, yes, your coverage and premium will go up. So we always recommend that you reach out to your insurance agent, your trusted contractor, to do an overview and make sure that the damage that you've received exceeds your deductible, first of all. And it makes sense to file the claim because you will see that increase 99% of the time.
Right. Okay. So when you reach out to your insurance agent, do they generally recommend that a contractor comes and make sure that the damage is there, or do they send out an adjuster right away? At what point in the process of filing a claim is that going to be marked as against your record?
Yeah. Also a great question. So anytime a claim is filed, so let's say there's hail damage or you think there's hail damage on your property, call your insurance agent. We are going to recommend a contractor go out before we process the claim. Because once we input that information and hit the send button, that is then deemed as a claim. Even if nothing happens afterwards, it's still an inquiry and still shows up on your loss insurance history, which is something insurance companies all look at.
Right. So this is really a part where roofing contractors and insurance agents work really well together, because you guys will call someone like us and we'll come out and take a look at the roof, and if there's no damage, like there's nothing up here. If we do find the damage, we let you know, and then at that point you input the claim and then an adjuster can be scheduled.
Yeah, exactly right. We want to make sure that it's a seamless transition, and you're comfortable with your agent and your contractor, right? There's a lot of fly-by-night roofing companies out there who will say you have hail and get you to file the claim, and they're gone 2 weeks later and you never get to talk to them again. So somebody like your company, obviously, we want to make sure that we get somebody out there like you who's going to give them an honest answer.
Yeah. So one thing to be wary of, and that brings up an excellent point, is these door knockers that come around right after a hailstorm, right? And they pound on your door and they say, hey, there was hail in your area, you need to file a claim immediately, and they don't even get on your roof to check it out. That's where you really want to make sure that you're calling your agent and letting them know exactly, hey, someone knocked on my door. And you're probably going to ask, well, did they get on your roof? Did they? What's your contractor's name? Do you have a roofing contractor that you've used before that you want to have come look at your roof? These are all good things to think about, right?
Absolutely, yeah. You want to make sure that you just trust the people that you're working with. Obviously, as your insurance agent, we're here to protect you, and that's making sure you're working, with the best companies out there. And we do hear that a lot, unfortunately. The door knockers and the people that will just try to get you to file a claim, and they'll come up and put whatever roof on that they want, and then they're gone, and you never get to talk to them again.
Right, because the roofer that is knocking those doors, they're not concerned about your premium at all. So it doesn't hurt them if you file a claim. So
absolutely not.
The moral of the story on that one is make sure the contractor's on your roof and showing you the damage via a photo report.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's somebody that you trust.
Right. Awesome. Very good, Nick. Well, I certainly appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you guys have questions on your policy, what kind of policy you have, I'm sure Nick is more than happy to take a look at it. I'll put the link right here. But you can find him, give him a call. Great guy to work with. And I really appreciate your time.
Absolutely, Brian. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
And if you don't know,